The next great NBA dynasty has been born, and unfortunately for 99% of NBA fans, it resides in Boston. Brad Stevens has built this team into a squad that I really don't see anybody beating in the next few years. This lineup right here that he has constructed of Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, and Kristaps Porzingis, top 5 net rating of all time, the best offensive rating of all time. This team is scary. They have a very good bench as well, and they have an unguardable offense. This 5-out system that they run with 3-point shooters on top of 3-point shooters and then 2 elite slashers in the middle of the paint. Let's look at this play right here where Al Horford is going to clear out. Drew Holiday is going to come slip a screen here, and PJ and Kyrie can't leave their guy because both of these guys are 40% 3-point shooters. This right here is just beautiful basketball. Great movement. I mean, this Celtics offense is so good. Drew Holiday is going to slip a screen once again. Luka and Exum are not going to communicate. KP is going to slide down to the corner, and that's going to allow Jaylen Brown to cut right in front of Josh Green's face because he does not rotate in time. Very good stuff. In transition, they run to the corners. I mean, there was 2 options there, both with wide open shots. It's all centered around Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum and their ability to get to the rim, get a paint touch, and then spray because they have shooters galore around them. And then when there's a weak point in the defense like Luka Doncic, they can absolutely exploit it because they have 5 guys that can take you off the dribble. They're a very nice back cut by Kristaps Porzingis as Lively rotates over and PJ Washington does not rotate down in time. Just smart basketball. And this entire Boston Celtics lineup, they are all very elite cutters. They are very high basketball IQ players, and they know how to get the job done. Now, they're championship tested, they're battle tested, and going forward, good luck beating this team and their 5-out system especially if Tatum's hitting shots like this. They also, like we said, have the best floor spacing in the league. They had 8 guys hit 100 threes, which we've covered so far a little bit on this channel, but Tatum hit 229. They had 7 other guys with between 1 and 200 threes. Sam Hauser hit 197. Derek White hit 196. And like we said, this is just beautifully built, beautifully orchestrated all around Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Pritchard hit 147. Jaylen Brown hit 145. Drew Holiday hit 138. And even the bigs, Porzingis didn't even play but like 50-some games this year, still hit 110 threes. Al Horford hit 108 threes off the bench. This team is special with their 3-point shooting ability. And unfortunately, Tatum kind of turned himself into a walking meme after the finals win, just going out and trying to recreate every single moment in NBA history. But hey, he's still 19 years old. Things like that happen. But he had 31 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds in a closeout finals dub, so you can't take that away from him. 9 assists in the first half, and a guy that averaged 27 points, 8 boards, and 5 assists to go with a steal per game in the regular season. I mean, he had himself a year. Didn't get that finals MVP, but that's even more motivation to come back next year, even stronger. 47% from the field, 38% from 3, 8.2 attempts per game. And that "we did it" meme is going to be used over and over and over on social media. Oh, that is unfortunate for JT. But, hey, that doesn't change the fact that he balled out in the closeout game. He didn't have the greatest finals in the world, but he did what he needed to do. Did the dirty work, and the Celtics got the dub. Now, they have a lot of glue guys on this team. Drew Holiday went from being the number 3 option on a championship team to being the 5th option on this Celtics team and still cooking. 14.5 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, and about 4 assists per game in the NBA Finals this year. Dude was on a mission. Great cutter, great screener, just a high IQ basketball player. Finds JT right here for the dunk. He's, like we said, he cuts very well. He knows when to slip screens. Then you got Derek White knocking down 3 balls. He didn't have the most efficient final series compared to the rest of the playoffs, but he still played very well. And then his dad started taking shots at the Miami Heat. 13.8 points per game and 4.4 rebounds for Derek White. Still shot about 40% from 3, but I mean, he had been shooting it closer to 50-60% from 3 in the playoffs leading up to this. Derek White, they're going to have to find him an extension before long because he does so many good things for this team on offense and defense. And then you got the man, the myth, the half-court shot wizard, Peyton Pritchard. Coming off that bench, he's a great shooter, great fit for this team. The fans love him. and he just meshes very well with this squad. You got Big Al Horford, who just confirmed that he will be coming back next year. 7 points a game, 6 boards, and 2.6 assists in the finals, and that's just another good piece. He's coming back. He'll be 87 years old, but he's going to be back for one more ride and trying to go for that back-to-back. He can smell it. He knows that this team could be a dynasty. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a quick break here. Make sure to hit the like button. Leave me a comment down below and hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying today's video at any point. Let's try and hit 200 likes on today's video. That would be greatly appreciated. And with that being said, let's go ahead and continue on in today's video looking at the Finals MVP himself, Jaylen Brown, who went out and put 21 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals on the Dallas Mavericks in that closeout Game 5. And, I mean, he was everywhere in this series. Great defense on Luka Doncic, electric in transition, and yes, he shot tour dates in that closeout Game 5, but he was still very, very good, very efficient, and he wasn't a bad shooter off the catch in these finals. 23 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, and 3.5 assists per game for Jaylen Brown over the regular season. And the Killer Jays in Boston look like they have supremacy over the NBA for the next 2 to 3 years, at least until Victor Wembanyama and his goons come out of the West. This team is looking really, really nice right now. Jaylen Brown proved why he's the highest paid player in the NBA, signed that huge contract, and then goes out and wins the Finals MVP on top of an NBA championship. It was well worth it. Another way that Brad Stevens is staying one step ahead of the rest of the NBA. Now, the scary part of this is this team is all under wraps for the next few years. Sam Hauser, they have a team option on him, and then they'll need to extend him. But Pritchard, Horford, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jayson, Tatum, Porzingis, and Holiday are all back. The top 8 are all back. Like we said, Jordan Walsh, not a bad rookie, and then they have all their picks, so they're probably going to end up getting somebody at 30 that can come in and impact this team next year or following an Al Horford retirement. The real MVP of this team, the guy that should have won Finals MVP, Brad Stevens, because he did such a phenomenal job setting this team up. The Drew Holiday trade wasn't as highway robbery as the rest of these, but it was still a very good trade for the Celtics. And then they swing Derek White for Josh Richardson, Romeo Langford, and a couple of firsts. They trade Al Horford for a guy that, unfortunately, love Kemba, but he's playing in Spain right now, and Al Horford's winning NBA championships. And then they convince the Wizards to give them 2 first-round picks, as well as Kristaps Porzingis for like Marcus Smart and Danilo Gallinari. And then, as we talked about the cap situation, while yes, Derek White will be needing a new contract, this is looking very, very nice. Jayson Tatum will be needing an extension before long as well. Now, could they go back-to-back? I really see no reason why they can't. Denver's good. I don't think Denver is as good as this Boston team, though. OKC is the ascending team out of the West. They just added Caruso. We'll see what else they do to improve their roster this offseason. But that is a team that's only going to get better. The team out of the East that's been beating them is the Miami Heat. We don't know if Jimmy Butler's going to be back, so that situation can change a whole lot. A lot of variables in the situation, but I think the Celtics have to be the favorites to repeat as champs next year once the season starts. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts on this whole situation down in the comment section below. Do you think the Celtics are the next dynasty? We'll see. Make sure to the like button. We're trying to hit 200 likes on today's video. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.